For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
We have money, we have everything, we have fame. But the most important thing is the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. Some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
I went on the courts with just a ball and a racket and a hope.
Because you might be actually not feeling great physically or mentally, you're drained, but the confidence somehow gets you through. And when you don't have confidence, that's then when you have to sort of trust all the hard work you've done, and you have to keep on working hard so success comes back.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist.
Set yourself a definite goal and work hard toward that goal, and don't let anything or anyone stop you in the process, no matter what it is.
I didn't really care about the standings or, the perception of my style or whatever, as long as I could keep learning these new tricks. And so as I was successful in competition and winning a lot of the events, my job was just keep getting better.
All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
People perform better when there's
Be right with you in 1 second, guys. I'm just sharing it to multiple groups. Give me 1 second. If you'd like to help, please like and share the stream. All right, guys, done sharing. Thanks for joining us. This is Lance Lisciotti with the Make a Score Tour. We're here at Rax Billiards in Vernon, Connecticut. This is the first semifinals of the 2024 Palmer Byrd Cup. And we have Testas Typhoons up 5-1 over Hurleys in a race to 7 sets. This is first match, day 2. If you're Hurleys, you really got to buckle down and get on the board. You got to start the day good, and you're just going to have to build momentum and keep on going, because they find themselves in a pretty big hole here. But we've seen in a lot of these cups, the Palmer Byrd Cup, the Cooper Cup, the Lisciotti Cup, no lead is safe. You have to battle all the way to the end. Thank you, everybody who liked and shared the stream. I appreciate you. Hi, Crystal. How are you today? So, looks like we're in the first rack here. First set of the day. We have 9-ball singles here. We have Captain Erica Testa for Testas Typhoons against Renee Lafferty for Hurricane Hurleys. So Erica is playing with a 5-1 lead in sets, and that makes life a lot easier. If anybody's going to be feeling a lot of pressure on this set, you have to think it's going to be Renee, knowing her team desperately needs a point. Good, Crystal. Can't complain. I'm in a pool room doing what I love. Feel pretty good today. It's pretty hot out. If I was going to complain, that'd be about the only thing I'd be complaining about. But it's very nice and cool here at Rax. The AC is pumping. So if you're in the area, stop on down. It's very comfortable in here. Great food. You got a great event to watch. And get out of the heat. Now, this is a very difficult shot. Wow. Is she going to hit the 8? She hit the 8, but she's going to come out with a look. That was a phenomenal 7-ball by Erica there. Let's take another look at that. Back cut it. Hit it real clean. If she had just came around and missed the 8, she would have had a hanger in the side, but she hit it, and now she's got a choice of the bottom left or right. I think this is wise, choosing the bottom right from here. Hit it pretty good. Needs a little bounce. Yeah, this is Erica. I haven't seen her play before, but I've been impressed of what I've seen. She plays very well. I can definitely see why she's a captain. And a great shot there. Hit that 9-ball nice and confidently, and she's going to strike first and take a 1-0 lead. So Erica to break, and she hit those pretty firm. She did cross the 1-ball, which means that she broke from our top right vantage point, and crossing the 1-ball means that she hit our left side of the 1, the opposite side that she was breaking from. And that's not ideal, because that can you can scratch in that side pocket, the left side pocket, a lot easier. And sometimes the wing ball doesn't go in because you're hitting the wrong side of the one. Now, she did make a ball, but she did not end up with a very good look here. I think she's going to have to push. And even the push is very tricky. It looks like she might use the 8 as a stopper and leave a window between the 3-7, which I think is the perfect push. Because if she had went up table to the left or the right, she gives a shot on the 1. And this is just about the only place on the table where you can play the window between the 3-7 pretty comfortably because she used the 8 as a stopper. So that was a very clever push. I think that was the perfect push, matter of fact. Because all she's leaving here is a nice little clip on the 1, but, you know, she knew she was going to leave something. I much rather leave this than an easy shot at the 1. And now she's going to get a reward for that great push she played. Now she's going to be able to maybe use the 8 and play safe behind the 8. Just hit the 1 off the top short rail. Use the 8 as a blocker. It's not a lockup safe. You probably leave an easy 1-rail kick, but I don't really see too many great lockup safes from here that are easy to execute, at least. Yeah, see, that's a wise decision because it's easy to execute, you know, and like I said, you're probably going to give up an easy 1-rail or 2-rail kick here, but it's the right shot, and hopefully, if you're Erica, you force Renee to kick and sell out, and, you know, maybe you get ball in hand, maybe she doesn't get a rail, maybe she miscues, maybe she just misjudges it, but makes a very good hit there. Jessica, thanks for liking the stream. I think once you hang around a little bit longer that we'll see you out here next year because you certainly play good enough to be out here. Now, Erica's going to have a real tough kick here. I don't think she can get in between the 2 and the 8 ball. I think, and then the left kick, left long rail kicks blocked by the 7. You can't really come in from the right. This is double tough. There might be a perfect window. Oh, drawing tool is failing me. Hold on. See if this drawing tool can get this loaded up in time here. If she could, maybe there's a fine window this way. But, I don't know. It was super tough. So Renee with ball in hand here. 1 to the 2 is not simple because the 7 and the 8 are in your natural position lines to go from the 1 to the 2. So she's gonna have to be a little creative here, or settle for a 2 ball somewhere down table in a corner. Oh, she found a nice little. As long as she don't get stuck by the 3, she found a nice little path there. Bumping that 3 ball out actually helped because now she can probably just softly roll this 2 ball in and then just take the 3 on the side. So that worked out really well. That was a great shot. So now you got the 3 on the side, roll that in, and you're going to have a little cut in the right side on the 4, and then you should be able to navigate the 5. The key in this rack is probably going to be getting from the 5 to the 7 ball. When it doesn't matter who's shooting, but that's going to be the key. If you go from the 5 to the 7 and fall good on the 7, you have a great chance of running out. But for now, a player has to get to the 5 ball first. So Erica with a pretty good look at the 3 in the bottom right. She'd like to draw and probably have the 5 ball in the bottom left next, or kill it and have the 5 in the bottom right next, but I think she'll go firm. Yeah, she did get firm. She overhit it. Oh, is that the 4 ball up there? I'm sorry. I was looking at the 5. Yeah, 4 ball comes before the 5, last I knew. So 4 ball about center table. She has a look at it in the top right corner. But position is super tough here. That cue ball wants to go up by, like, in between the 7 and the top left corner. Yeah, that was going to be... She had her hands full there. Now, Renee does have a cross-side bank. It looks like it's just about a stop shot, which would provide her a shot at the 5 ball next. and maybe even an angle to go from the 5 to the 7. So I think this cross-side bank is definitely worth shooting. And sometimes you get lucky and you double bank it in, like we almost just saw. But now Erica with an opportunity. A little bit of a funny angle here. You either soft draw the 4 in and hold for the 5 in the bottom left, or even better, you stroke it confidently and you cross over for the 5 in the bottom right as well. I think that's the right move, yeah, like that. She said, you know what? I don't want to deal with the 9, so I'm going to go back and forth for the 5 in the most ideal pocket. Now, she got a little straight, which is kind of unfortunate, but let's see what she could do with it. Don't draw into the side, because that side is right there. Okay, we knew that was going to be close. Now, she does have a thin cut on the 7, but now she's going to have to cut the 7 in and have the cue ball go up and down. And you'll see the cue ball kind of flex out this way, and then it darts to the left and comes back this way. The cue ball can do some funny things here if you hit this firm with left-hand English, just like she did. She hit that great. That was a great stroke. That was a very tough shot. Watch the cue ball, how it goes to the right and then it darts to the left a little. See that? Right away. Like in the top, like this area right here, you see the cue ball go to the right, and then the English catches and brings it to the left. She hit that perfect. She judged that very good. And looks like she's got a nice reward here on the 8. Needs a bump. Okay, she got a pretty good bump there. She was hoping she was going to be shooting a duck, but this is doable. It's thin. You have to be careful to get the cue out of the way so you don't double hit the cue ball. You'll see players thin cut the 9. She's looking at a safety now. And just put it up by the diamond. It might leave a bank on the side. That got kind of funny. So there is a bank on the side, but there might be a double kiss. The cut in the side is very hard. The cut in the top right is very hard. So I'm not sure by this view which shot is the best. I'd probably play it in the top right corner. The side I like, but not if there's a double kiss in play. I don't want to take a chance of hitting it perfect and then double kissing. I know if I hit it to the top right corner perfect, there's no double kiss, and there shouldn't be a scratch as long as you don't load it up with right-hand English. So let's see what she's going to pick. She picked the side, which the nice thing about the side is this leave. If you miss it in the side, basically either way, short or long, the 9 ball does go center table, up table. So very smart decision there. She hit it well. She just missed it, but she missed it well. Looks like Erica called the bottom right corner for a bank here. Very difficult shot. Yeah, that was very difficult. She got a double kiss. And she left a shot, but it's not easy, that's for sure. We're going to see Renee shoot it to the top left corner. I think she's going to use a little bit of low right, and we'll watch the cue ball kind of drag this way. Not hard, not soft, just kind of in the middle, a nice smooth stroke, medium speed. You don't want to force it. Hit that great shot, Renee. And that's going to knot it up 1-1. Okay, 1-1, Renee to break. And great break. She made 2 balls. Dan Usello in the chat, what's up, buddy? He says, nice shot, Renee, strong. I agree. And Crystal Lynn, Crystal, says, yep, she's a very strong player. Yeah, she sure is. Both of these women, very strong players. Renee's been around a long time. She's played at a high speed for a long time. She went in on the difficult cut there, and just a little bit outside. Now, she did give up a pretty good look at this bottom right corner, but it doesn't provide any position on the 2. So she could go after it. She could play safe. Wow, look at this. So she manipulated that cue ball really well. I think she put a little bit of high right on it to pocket the 1 and escape out of there. And now she's got not only a great look on the 2, but she also has a good angle. If she's to use some low left here and really hits it good, you can do one of these, but it's very difficult. Oh, look at this. Hit it super well. And now that she fell like real tight on the rail there, she actually has a slight angle going this way, which is ideal. She did not want to be straight. So maybe some right hand English and you spin up this way and you either end up with the 5 in the corner or the side next. This is the key ball. If she can get good on this 5, she's got a great chance of getting out. Okay, so she wanted to play the gap here and have the 5 in the side or the corner, and she ended up with a pretty darn good look in the side here. It looks like about a stop shot. I don't think the 9 ball is impeding her. No, it's not. So yeah, nice little stop shot here. And now, and you know what? Very clever to draw the ball there. Now she has a proper angle to go from the 7 to the 8. Had she had done nothing but a stop shot, she ends up kind of straight, where now she's at the mercy of drawing the ball or following off the bottom rail, which is much more difficult than what she just shot right there. It'd basically be like getting straight on this ball. You don't want to get straight on this 8. You want an angle. Whether your cue ball's here or here, you want an angle. You just don't want to be straight. She got a little straight, but I think she's going to be okay. She can use that top rail. Oh, she overhit that by quite a bit. And she's going to have a look at the side. I like shooting this one in the side. A lot of players like banking. I like the side. If you miss it, similar to what we saw last rack, it does one of those, and you can sometimes get away with it. Or if you miss it this way, same thing, goes up table. But she's been playing very well. I think she's the favorite. Yep, great shot. Great shot. And Erica, the great out there, takes a 2-1 lead. And guys, if you're not aware, all my streams, Facebook, YouTube, are always rewindable. So if you want to go back and look at that graphic I just showed with the upcoming matchups, you can rewind right now and pause the screen and read it. And then you can hit live and speed right back up to live. I try to give you guys as many options as possible. I know personally when I watch pool streams, I like being able to rewind and watch a phenomenal shot again, or hey, was that a foul? I want to rewind. So that's a feature that I always want available for you guys. Now, you have to be careful that you're watching live. Sometimes you go back and you look at something and then you forget to go back to live and you're like an hour behind or a half hour behind or whatever. So you got to keep that in mind. But I think it's more beneficial to be able to go back and watch. Personally, I think I like it when I watch other pool streams. So Renee has a look at the 3. I think she just went in for safe because I'll tell you, she could have made the 3 on the side, but she didn't have a good path to get position on the 5. So she just played all out safe there, and I think that was a wise decision. And she might have given up an edge or maybe even the whole ball, but she didn't give up a shot, and she didn't give up an easy return safe either. Erica could like 2-rail this 3 out of there. She could thin it off the left side like she did. She got a nice bump off that 7. That dragged the cue ball much farther down table and made it a steeper back cut now in the 3. So she did her job pretty good there. Thank you for the kind words, Dan. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate your commentary the other night. You always do a great job. Oh, Renee with a great shot on the 3. Would love to hit the 8 full. Yep, sure did. So that 8 ball was a nice stopper there. She has a pretty tough shot here on the 5. Position to the 6 is tough. She could just slow, soft right spin it and try to go like 2 rails and out. Very difficult shot. She could pocket the 5 with a bunch of low right and try to spin out, but another very difficult shot. She has nothing easy there, that's for sure. And did she get coverage behind the 8? I think she did. Now, Erica probably will have a pretty high percentage rail first here. So back cut, that's what she's looking at. Where do I hit on the rail to back cut the 5? She's looking very high up on the rail. I'll tell you, if she hits here, where she pretty much had her cue, if I'm not mistaken, I don't see that 5 ball going in. But these camera angles are pretty deceiving. I'd like to see her hit lower than that mark. Yeah, she did go lower. Good shot. Dan Usello says Renee is doing a really nice job on the long back cuts. Those are difficult shots for most people. Yeah, I agree. I agree, sir. Yeah, that one she shot in the top right corner, I believe it was, she hit really good. And Erica went in on the bank and just missed it. But she left a Renee tough here. But Renee's going to be jacked up over the 8. And that's going to make... And it's already a hard shot to begin with. So this is very difficult. You got to try to make it in the top left corner. And you got to hit it firm to try to get through it to get position on the 7. Which she got great position, but just missed the ball. And it was very tough. So Erica tried to play a safety there and is not going to like the results. Renee's going to try to draw back either dead straight or maybe cheat and use the bottom short rail and try to get in between the 7-8 for the 7 in the top right. I think she can just draw straight back. Okay, she did get to the rail. Didn't get the action on the cue ball she was looking for. She has a look at the 7, though. She can either cut it in the top right, she could bank it in the top left, she could even cross-side bank it. I like just cutting it in the top right, personally. But very difficult shot, very difficult. Oh, she hit it great, but just missed it and unfortunately scratched. Now Erica with a big opportunity. Ball in hand, 3 balls on the table. This would be to take a 3-1 lead. And her team's already in the driver's seat with a 5-1 lead in sets and a race to 7 to advance to the finals. Yeah, I like this, Erica. A nice angle like this is much more preferred. Now, she's going to have to be a little careful here because this 8 to the 9 is not automatic. From here, she can go high right 3 rails around the 9 for the 9 in the bottom left, or low left, which is probably better with how this lays, but either or. Okay, she did go high right. Did she get there? Yeah, that's why I liked low left on that one, because it looked like she was going to be flirting with that 9. Now she does have a look at the bottom right. She could bank it in the bottom left. The problem with cutting it in the bottom right is there might be a scratch in play in the right side pocket. She wants to cut it in, but she doesn't want to have the cue ball go through and scratch in the side. Sometimes you even use a bunch of low left and you cut the 9 in and you draw out of the scratch and it goes 2 rails and scratches over here in this side pocket. So this is tricky. She could bank it and use low left and try to drag the cue ball up and try to stick her to the rail if she misses. But got to be careful here. You know, if she doesn't use left-hand English, there is a chance of making the 9 and actually going like that with the cue ball, but most likely that will not happen. Let's see her put a good shot on this ball. Oh, she went with the bank and drilled it. I didn't see her change her mind on calling it. I thought she was committed to the corner. Look at this shot. Phenomenal shot. Wow. And that's to take a 3-1 lead. And Testas Typhoons, led by this player here, Erica Testa, is cruising so far. All right. Now, if you're Renee, it's 3-1. Your opponent's not on the hill yet. You still have plenty of time. You're only down 2 racks. She's more than capable. She's a break and run player. You know, she could break and run. Oh, the scratch got her. She crossed the 1 like we were talking earlier. And crossing the 1 is when you break from, you know, she broke from over here. And the cue ball went this way. So typically when you break, you want to favor this side of the 1 ball a little bit. You want your cue ball to either like come back like here. You don't want to cross it because you have a big chance of scratching in the side there. And if you cross it, when you have the rack here, it's hard to make the wing ball in the corner. It's a lot harder than normal. So if you've been struggling on your break lately, go play with it a little bit, and I promise you're going to have better results if you do not cross the 1 ball. And you can always rewind the stream like we were just talking about. You can always go back and look. If you're home right now on your table and you're like, I want to try it right now, go ahead, rewind. Rewind and check it out, guys. Now, good opportunity for a safety here. You can hit the left side of the 5 with some left-hand English and try to nuzzle the cue ball up down here. And that's what she tried. Not enough left-hand English. And it wasn't easy. It was very difficult. The cue ball was going up table, and you're trying to use a bunch of left to bring it back down table. Kind of fighting, not gravity, but, I don't know, physics. Fighting physics there a little bit. All right, so it looks like Eric is lining up a 1-rail kick short of the side into the 5. I like where she's lining up. I think she's going to be, if she doesn't hit it, I think she'll be super close. Yeah, great shot. Great shot, Erica. She really came to play. So I think Renee's going to go in on this bank here. The 7 ball's big. Yeah, so she made the bank, but that 7 ball was real big, blocking your path to get back down table for the 6. And even more unfortunate for her, the 8 ball seems to have gotten right in the way. She might be able to miss the 8 with some right-hand English and get behind the 6 and try to kick the 6 in this type of manner. Sarah, thanks for liking the stream. Oh, she hit it going in really thin and coming out. But made a very good hit. Didn't give up ball in hand, so accomplished her goal there. Definitely didn't give up an easy shot. The 6 maybe could get back cut in the side. It could get back cut to the corner. You might be able to play it off the 8 in the side. What do we have for safeties? She could thin the left side of the 6 with the cue ball and have the cue ball do one of these and try to feather the 6 behind the 8. Look at this shot. Wow. Does she ever miss? Look at this shot. Back cut the 6. I think she was a little low right. Yeah, she sure did. Got a bump on the 7. Phenomenal shot. And look at this. A pretty good look at the 7. And continuing to get the job done. Appears to have an angle to go from the 8 to the 9. Okay, she wanted that spin to catch a little bit more. So now fell a little steep on this 9. This is not what she was hoping for. She could twist it in with some right-hand English. I think she will. Or she could flat out just cut it. But I think some right-hand English is good here. And she did too. She spun it in right-hand English, and boy, Erica is she is playing fantastic. Look at this shot. Fantastic shot, and she's going to reach the hill and take a 4-1 lead. And Renee's played great. I mean, she's barely made any mistakes. It's just Erica is just running out from everywhere, playing amazing. So got to tip your cap to Erica. But as we all know, it's not over till it's over. She can't get too excited. She's got to. I mean, I expect her to. I like her body language at the table. She seems very focused and serious. You know, not joking around as much as some others. She seems like she really just came to play, and she looks like she's enjoying the moment. And the way she's playing, I don't blame her. I would too. Now, looks like a dry break. Renee may have enough of the 1 to make it. I think she does. She's awkwardly bridging over the 4. The 2 ball does look like it goes in the bottom right corner next, but it's tough. Yeah, that bridging over the 4 ball made life a lot harder on that one. So Erica has a very tough kick here. I think her best kick is 2 rails out of the top left corner like that. She might be looking at trying to swerve with a bunch of left-hand English and have the left reverse off the rail into the 1. I don't like it. It's hard to predict. Sometimes all that left-hand English takes all the momentum off the cue ball and you don't even get a rail. Nate, thanks for liking the stream. So she did go with the 2 railer out of the top left, just missed it. So Renee with a much needed ball in hand here. Now, the 1 ball is okay. The 2 ball is not okay. The 3 ball is not okay. And the 5 to the 6 is going to be difficult. This layout is not good. Very tough. So she went after the carom on the 8, and had she had made it, she would have been in business because she would have had an angle going towards the 3 ball. She could have dropped down. Excuse me, chat. She could have dropped down and probably hit the 5 and would have found the perfect window for the 3. Now Erica is going to try to do the same thing. You'd like to drop down softly, hit the 5, and have your cue ball settle for a look on the 3. And I think she tried to cheat the I think she was kind of straight and tried to cheat the pocket on this side of it, because that forces the cue ball more in this direction. So I think that's why she missed the object ball there. So now Renee with an opportunity. That's a good starter here. She'd like to really just roll it in and maybe get a look at the 3. Okay, I think she was going to try to develop something, maybe go into the 7 or the 5. There's a couple different ways she could have went about it there. And Erica went all out safe there, and looks like a good one. She was trying to use maybe the 5 or 7, and also the 8 ball came into play. So it looks like Renee is going to be forced to kick from the top rail behind the 2. I don't think the 2 ball can hit the 8 and go on the side. I don't think it lays right. I would probably hit this one pretty firm and try to get some separation. Well, you know what? She didn't get separation, but she didn't leave much. I'd like to see Erica play a stop shot bank. You kind of just stop it or even get greedy and bring the cue ball behind the 8 and bank the 2 this way. Okay, so she tried to drop down and go below all that big cluster that was there. And nothing wrong with that. And I think she might have gotten her. It's close. Yeah, I believe Erica's looking at kicking off the left long rail. And makes a great hit, but definitely leaves a shot. Now Renee has to worry about this 3 ball here. I don't see an easy path by any means at all. This is the excuse me. This is not easy. It's gonna have to develop something. Yeah, this is no good. And makes a good hit, gets a rail, but gave up a shot. Erica's she can pocket the 3, but she's got to get that cue ball out of there. Even if it just comes back and hits the 7, she'll have a good look at the 4 on the side. But ideally, she would like to get it in between them and land around here so she can pocket the 4 and then bring the cue ball down for the 5. Now, she got the cue ball out of there and the 5 out of there, matter of fact. So she can either back cut in the side, she could play it in the corner. I like what she's looking at, which I believe is a side pocket. And you run your cue ball down and up for the 5 in the side next. You gotta be careful you don't hit the 7. Great shot. She did hit the 7, but she hit it thin enough where the cue ball still got up table. So she's got a chance to get out here. It's not easy though. This is going to be tricky. This shot, it looks easy, but it's tricky because you want to leave yourself an angle on the 6 to get to the 7. You don't want to just roll it in and end up stuck way up table. Okay, perfect. Actually, that's just fine. She stayed nice and close to it. I thought she was going to end up farther up table if she rolled it in, but that's perfect. Now she, not perfect, but very good. She has an angle. She would have liked maybe a little bit more of one. Let's see. Yeah, see, if she had just a little bit more of an angle, she would have just liked to have been closer to, you know, like center table. But the way she's playing, I mean, you know, she's a very capable player, and, you know, just take this shot on the 7, and she has a great angle to come out for the 8 on the side. Yep, no problem. She is, she's played this set very, very well. And it looks like she's going to reach the finish line here. Pretty straight in on the 8. She can settle with a stop shot. She can go forward off the right long rail if she has an angle. Yep, she did have a little angle. She even put some left on it to get closer to the 9. And looks like she's going to seal the deal on this one. And it looks like she's going to put her team, Testas Typhoons, on the hill. 6-1 lead. And guys, we will be back in about 10-minute intermission here. Give you a little preview of our next match as I adjust the scoreboard. And we are going to have a Scotch doubles match. And for Team Testa, it's going to be Leah Corrigan and Crystal Heath. And for Team Hurricane Hurleys, it's going to be Emily Smith and Jen Sylvester.
For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
We have money, we have everything, we have fame. But the most important thing is the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. Some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
I went on the courts with just a ball and a racket and a hope.
Because you might be actually not feeling great physically or mentally, you're drained, but the confidence somehow gets you through. And when you don't have confidence, that's then when you have to sort of trust all the hard work you've done, and you have to keep on working hard so success comes back.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist.
Set yourself a definite goal and work hard toward that goal, and don't let anything or anyone stop you in the process, no matter what it is.
I didn't really care about the standings or, you know, the perception of my style or whatever, as long as I could keep learning these new tricks. And so as I was successful in competition and winning a lot of the events, my job was just to keep getting better.
All of of you, I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
People perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else if you don't have a plan B.
We were down 1-0, and if you walked into our locker room at halftime, you thought we were up 3-0.
Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break you down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough.
You just never give up because you never know what can happen. You never know who you can inspire and who you can influence.
I'm not going to go out and say I'm the greatest this or that. I was a kid with a dream. That's it.
You have to fail in order to climb that ladder.
You are fighting the greatest fight of all times.
And I fought because I knew it was not doomed to be a losing fight. It couldn't be a losing fight.
You know, as long as you believe in what you're doing and you're doing things you love to do, then you can go out there and be the best at it. And that's, you know, that should give you a lot of enjoyment, fulfillment in your life.
Always keep an open mind that there's something out there for each and every one of you. And it's up to you to go out there and find your niche.
You learn just to stick with it. I mean, there's lots of days where you don't really feel like doing it or you don't feel like grinding it out, and you got to do it. You know, those are the highs and lows of being an athlete, and if you want to feel those highs, you got to go through those lows every now and then.
This time when you run and you just want to stop, you just want to give up, like, to hell with this, I just want to go home. This day when you get up and you know what, you have a training today, you know it's going to be intense, and you're like, oh God, I don't want to go today, but you got to go.
When you play sports and you're committed to something, the commitment, the responsibility of showing up to practice on time, to being there for your teammates, to listening to your coaches, it's a responsibility that you have when you're playing with a group, that you have to hold your end of the bargain.
When you have to make a putt, you make a putt. You have to hit the shot, you hit the shot. You just sort of like drop into another zone and you block out everything.
Sometimes the will can outdo the skill. And sometimes the fella's will is stronger than the man who's actually better physically, and the determination and weakens the other man just to see him so determined.
I still feel I have a lot to prove, not just as a player, but as a person, as a father. When I get to a point where I feel I can improve as a player, I walk away from the game.
I am the greatest. Hard f***ing work. You put it in, you believe in it, you will succeed.
Everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you become better at your craft.
Some of the best athletes, the greatest athletes in the world, do things when they're uncomfortable.
You just have to stay calm because it's not finished to the last point, no matter how close you get. I've been working so hard all my life to be here, and I was determined to get this.
You gotta start from way down the bottom. You gotta let it grow up with you. And if you're successful and you try hard enough, you're bound to come out on top. Just like these boys have come to the top now.
Mentally, we have a vision, we have a finish that we have to attain, you know, and sometimes you have to do it when you're old and you're tired, you know, and I think it's the test of your will to succeed.
For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but it was still a kid with a dream and a belief in himself.
I feel I still have room to improve. I still set goals for myself to strive for. I'm never complacent with what I've achieved.
We have money, we have everything, we have fame, but the most important thing, it's the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world.
Failing to prepare was preparing to fail. The night before a game, I ate the same food. I went to bed at the same time. I got up, I ate the same breakfast. Some people call it superstition, but it's a routine.
I went on the courts with just a ball and a racket and a hope.
Because you might be actually not feeling great physically or mentally, you're drained, but the confidence somehow gets you through. And when you don't have confidence, that's then when you have to sort of trust all the hard work you've done, and you have to keep on working hard so success comes back.
I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist.
Set yourself a definite goal and work hard toward that goal, and don't let anything or anyone stop you in the process, no matter what it is.
I didn't really care about the standings or, the perception of my style or whatever, as long as I could keep learning these new tricks. And so as I was successful in competition and winning a lot of the events, my job was just to keep getting better.
All of you, I know you got him. I know you got him picked, but the man's in trouble. I'm going to show you how great I am.
People perform better when there's no safety net. People perform better in sports and everything else.
Be right back with you guys in 2 minutes. And the players are starting. I'll be right back. All right, guys, here we go. And we have Scotch Doubles 9-ball here. We have Leah Corrigan and Crystal Heath representing Testas Typhoons. And we have Emily Smith and Jen Sylvester representing Hurricane Hurleys. Now, Testas Typhoons, they're on the hill. They lead 6-1 in a race-to-7 set format. So if you're Hurricane Hurleys, you have to just free stroke, I think, at this point. You know you need 6 matches in a row. There's no point putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You know you're in a bad spot. Just go out there, give it your best. And you never know. You might strike lightning in a bottle. We've seen it before. But to try to grind out 6 matches in a row, playing kind of tight and nervous, I think that makes it harder to have a big comeback, personally. I think, oh, look at this. Look at this. This 1-9 lays pretty good. Might even get safe behind the 2 if she misses it. Great shot. Great shot. And just like that, on the board, 1-0. So Leah to break. Pay attention to that 3-ball. Oh, just missed the wing. 4-ball? 4-ball finds the side. And looks like her partner's going to have a great opening look at the 1 here. So yeah, Emily with a good look at the 1. I'm sorry, Crystal with a good look at the 1. And Leah's got a pretty good look at the 2. Just a little outside. So now I think we're going to see Jen at the table. Nope. That was wrong. Maybe she looking at the 9? Maybe a bank on the 2 or play it with the cue ball. There's a safety back and forth. Like a Z shot back and forth, bring the cue ball down table. And that'll work. No problem. We got Roseanne out there wishing good luck to Crystal and Leah. Oh, made a great hit there. Looks like Jen's going to have a pretty good look at the 2 in the bottom left corner. Good shot there. Ran into the 3. And this is going to be tough. Emily really doesn't have too much she can do here. She probably she's looking at can she bank the 3 into the 9, but I think the 7's blocking it. Maybe try to play safe behind the 5 with the cue ball at the right side of the 3. Some left-handing, right-hand English. And looks like Leah's going to shoot this 3-9, and great shot by Leah. That's going to knot it up 1-1. All right, Jen to break. And hit those super hard. And I think dry. And big cluster over here. That's going to need some work. It's going to have to be developed at some point. So, Liz Hunter, thanks for following. So Leah has a look at the 2, but not too much she can do with it. Looks to play safe, and I think she got it. I think she did. Now, I think Emily will be able to go like this, maybe with some English, and get behind the 2 and make a good hit. And look at this. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, she would have been safe if she didn't scratch, but the cue ball just found the drink there. So she'd like to draw back, miss these balls, and she did. And looks like Leah's going to have a pretty good look here, top left corner. Well, just, oh, side pocket maybe. Oh. But she didn't leave too much. Now Jen, maybe eyeing up a 3-ball combination. Oh, beautiful shot. Rail first, played the 6. But not really much of a shot for her partner. I don't know. You probably just thin it, play safe, bring the cue ball up table. Yep, just like that. And big 5 ball. Did it get there? It's really close. Not sure if she got there. Yeah, I think she can pocket this ball. Yeah, she had enough, I believe, but it was tough. And she's not going to give up an easy shot, that's for sure. So, Jen to the table. Looks like she can pocket the 3 in the bottom left, but it's not easy. It's very, very difficult. Great shot. Now, Emily will have maybe a thin cut here on the 4. Or she could bank it. Either one, whatever she likes more. She liked the bank more, and she hit it great. Now, Jen, I'd like to see her cut this 5 in the left side, which provides you an angle to go up and down with the cue ball for the 7 in the same pocket next. Or maybe even the bottom left corner, depending on how thin she hits it. Yeah, she hit it real thin. But kind of a funny leave here. I don't know if this 5 ball back cuts in the side, and I don't think you can play it in the corner without scratching. There might be a stop shot bank where you play to bank it, and if you miss it, your cue ball stays kind of behind the 7-9. I don't know if the 9's in the way or not. She'd really like to be able to bank it because that's like a free shot with a backup safety. Yeah. And gonna give up a shot. The 8 ball's in a very bad location though. So Jen and Crystal would love to run these out, but it's tough. I'm sorry, Jen and Emily. I keep confusing the teams. And she missed it and hung it, but I'm not sure if Crystal can see it or not. No, it looks like she's kicking. Hey Dylan, how you doing, brother? All good over here. Got a great day of pool here. Final day of the 2024 Palmer Byrd Cup semifinals. A little hot out for my liking, though. Pretty hot out there. But it's nice and cold in this pool room, so I'll take it. Oh, came up a little short there. I think Emily wanted to draw back like another at least 2 inches, preferably 3. Because now it looks like Jen can pocket the ball, but she's probably going to run into the 9. And if she draws out of the 9, she might go straight to the side pocket. So I think you almost have to go into the 9. They're going to talk about it, but shot clock, as you see in the bottom center of the screen, winding down. They took their extension. Each team has 1 extension per rack. So she went all safe. And it's close. I don't know if she got there. It's very close. I don't think she did. So now Leah to the table. And does look like she can pocket the 7. Would like to float over to the right for the 8 ball. She came up table. And now Crystal's going to have a tough 8 ball here. Thin cut down the rail. This is very tough. This is not easy. Wow. Great shot. What a shot. Take another look at that one. That was a phenomenal shot. This is super difficult. Now Leah's going to call the 9 in the bottom left corner. Look at this shot. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Look at this cut shot. You know how hard this is? And there's a huge scratch in the side, the right side pocket, and she avoided that. What a great shot that was. And Testas Typhoons takes a 2-1 lead after a great 8-9 ball. Wow. All right, so wing ball down. And a really thin, tough cut at the 1 in the top left corner. Very tough for Leah to go up and down and get position on the 2. The 6 ball's in the way, partially in the way of where you'd like to go with the cue ball. There is a safe with the cue ball behind the 5. Yeah, that's what she played, cue ball behind the 5. And she overrolled it a little bit, but I think it was the right shot, and she didn't give up anything easy, that's for sure. So Emily, what is she going to do? Play safe behind the 3, 4, 9. And that was definitely the shot, and she got there. Great shot. Will Cook, there are 4 teams drafted, and they each, so these two play each other, then the other 2 play each other. Those are both semifinals, and both winners advance to the finals. Oh, great hit, but she hit the left side of the 1, which brought the scratch into play, but not much she could do there, kind of unlucky. So now Jen and Emily, ball in hand. And the 9 and the 4 and the 3 ball are not in a very good area. If you could get your cue ball like here, you could pocket the 3 and have your cue ball run into the 4, 9, breaking them up and trying to manufacture a shot in the 4. But you really have to get your cue ball in a good spot. Very tough to do. I think Jen's looking at a safety attempt here and trying to bring the cue ball below the 4 ball, like 2 to 3 rails. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on there. So Leah with an opportunity. little bit outside. So now Emily's going to have a good look at the 1. It's not easy to keep the cue ball there for the 2. She could try to slow spin it in with left. Okay, so this is tough. I like Jen to thin the right side of the 2 and go around a couple rails, try to bring the cue ball down table. Or you could bank the 2 down table, either or. Now, she hit the 8 with her hand. I think they're playing all ball foul. Okay, they're playing option. So they have the option to either put it where they think it was or leave it where it was. Okay, they said they decided to put it back where they thought it was. Great safety there by Leah. Banked it back, used the 9 and 4 as a blocker. So now Emily, I think we're going to see a 1-rail kick from the bottom into the 3. She'd like to hit it full and drive the 3 up table. That's not terrible, because the 4-9 is so locked up that it's really not much you can do with it unless you get the cue ball like here and you can open up this bottom right corner. No, Dave's going to probably pick up and clean the cue ball. No, maybe it's just a hair on it. So I think she went in on the bank. And looks like she might have got safe. Now, even if she did get safe, there is a pretty routine 1-rail kick. I think the side pocket might be in the way, making it a lot harder. Oh no, she can go right at the 3. She might not be able to make it. She might only have the left side of it, but she can at least make sure she makes a good hit, yeah. So she only had the left side of it. And yeah, see, this is just, this rack just is funny because this congestion here. So I like a nice little safe here. Bank the 3 and leave the cue ball wedged up as much as you can. Now, what do we got here? Emily. What are you going to do, Emily? She could bank the 3 back and forth and let the cue ball go up and use blockers. She can... Yep, good shot. That was the shot. So now, I think we're going to see a bottom rail kick into the 3. She might be looking up table. If the 6 was like really hanging in the hole, I like up table. But I think it's a much simpler kick from the bottom rail just to make sure you make a good hit and don't give up ball in hand. Because you really don't want to give up ball in hand on the ball that leads to the problem. You know, like, this is very difficult to solve, mainly because the 6 ball's screwing up the 3. But if that 6 wasn't there and you give up ball in hand, you just giving your opponent an opportunity to put the cue ball here, pocket the 3, go into it, smash them open, maybe run out on you. Or cue ball here, pocket the 3, and your cue ball goes like that, smashes them open. She played all safe behind the cluster. She's going to try to 3-foul. So now you can't kick to the bottom rail anymore. That's not available. You can't kick to this rail. Not available. All you have is this. And this is now dangerous because if you come in like this and hit the 3, you got a big chance of scratching and going on 2 fouls. You don't want... See, it's hard because of where the 5 is. The 5 makes you favor this side of the 3, which is the danger side. You don't really want to be on this side of the 3. But, you know, You gotta take what the table, what your opponent. Look at this! Look at this! Oh, she hit it. She hit the perfect side of the 3. She hit it extremely well. And the 6 ball just refused to go in. So I think she put a little bit of left-hand English on that, so she wouldn't get on the wrong side of the 3. And that was a great attempt. So now Emily pockets the 3-6 combo. Jen's got the 3 ball there. But going to be very difficult to come out with something good on the 4-9. Maybe you get below the 4 and try to play the 4-9 combo. No. So I think we're going to see safety attempt here. I don't see any really good ones, though, I'll tell you. You can use the 8-9 as kind of blockers and thin cut the 3 with a bunch of left and bring the cue ball around. And the 4 ball just settles behind the 8-4 gently, but it's very difficult. You can do the same shot with slow right-hand English, but I think it's harder to control. That's what she tried. She was trying to thin that 4 really thin, have the cue ball go to the rail and dart up table with right-hand English, and she wanted the 8-9 to stay in place and use it as a blocker. She hit the 4 a little bit fat. Now, yeah, that was a very difficult back cut. That was not easy. You could see she was stretching, and that wasn't easy. So Jen and Emily now with ball in hand, they'd love to run out and tie it up 2-2. And as long as the 5 goes in the corner, this will do just fine. I don't know if the 8's in the way. It might take a little bit of the pocket away. Yeah, you could tell she's looking at it with a little bit of concern. I think she has like half a pocket. Oh, good shot. Now Jen's got a good look at the 8 here. Little work to do to provide her partner a good shot on the 9. She'd like to go forward and use the bottom short rail and come up for the 9. And well done. Nice straight and look at the 9. The only issue here is being on the rail makes everything missable. And no problem at all. And Emily makes that 9 ball and knots it up 2-2. All right, all knotted up here 2-2. And we got Emily to break. And very nice break. And it looks like Jen's going to have a nice opening look at the 2 ball. Oof, just hung it. Might get a little protection from the 4. Now, I don't know who's stepping up, Leah or Crystal, but they might have enough of the 2 to go rail first and make it. If I could draw on a straight line or a somewhat straight line. Something like that. Rail first with some left-hand English. Looks like Leah does not have that and has to go the other way with right-hand English. And just missed it. So ball in hand to start. Would have liked to have left Jen a little bit better here, but still has a pretty decent look here. Back cut on the 3. I don't think the cue ball is going to run into the 9. I think she's going to get 2 rails out of this bottom left corner to come back towards the 4. Uh-oh, watch outside. Oof. Now, fortunate for Jen and Emily, the 4 is not close to the problem of the 6-9, and the 6 is next. So, I mean, this is very tough to get out from. She tried to draw into it, break it up, and it was very tough. Leah could try to play some sort of safe behind the 9 maybe, but it's really hard. I don't see a bank. That's not going to work. No rail. So now, Emily and Jen, ball in hand. You're looking at the 6-9? Yep, sure is. So she's going to try to play the 6-9 combo, bottom right corner. Big shot, try to take the lead, break momentum. Shot clock winding down. Oh, just took an extension. Good decision. Don't want to rush this. Oh, great attempt. Just missed it. Is this 9 going to come into play? Nope. So now, Leah and Crystal have a great opportunity. Straight in on the 6 on the side. Pretty much a stop shot. Good shot. Now, being on the rail here is not good. Because it looks like Leah's straight. And the 8 ball's way up table. And it's going to be very hard to get a shot on the 8 next. Yeah, she tried to muscle up and get that cue ball out of there, but it was not much you can do when you're straight and on the rail. So I'm not sure what Crystal's going to do here. That's not going to work. I think she wanted to thin it, try to play, or bank it and play a little bit of a safety and leave the 8 on one long rail and the cue ball on the other. So Jen and Emily with a great opportunity now. Ball in hand. I'd love to run these out, take a 3-2 lead. Oh, overcooked that one a little bit. But didn't scratch. And our partner's going to have a very, very tough shot in the side here. The cue ball's real close to the rail. You're kind of bridging funny over the pocket. You're cutting the ball into a steep side pocket. This is very tough. And no problem. Drills it right in. And Emily and Jen take a 3-2 lead. Great shot. Okay, Leah to break. And makes 2 balls on the break. Keith, thanks for liking the stream. I think we're going to see a push here, yeah. Okay, so Leah pockets the one ball. And safety allowed. So this is tough for John. You do have a one rail kick this way. You have a one rail kick this way. But they're both tough. Neither one's easy. I think I probably like the way she's looking at now. A little bit less surface area to cover. You might even kick it on the side. Or the corner. Yeah, great attempt. Just missed it. Now, Leah, ball in hand. Looks like they're going to take a shot at the run out. Could try a crack at the 3-9 combo, but these balls lay pretty decent. 3 ball, 4 ball, no problem. The 5 to the 7. Getting the 4 to the 5, 5 to the 7 is the key. If you can get pretty good on the 8, the 9's right there. So these next 3 balls, this shot in particular, is very important. Okay, that'll do. So Leah's got an angle to pocket the 5 and have the cue ball go to the rail and out. You know, there, here, preferably straighter on the 7. She'd like to get almost straight. And it wasn't easy. She missed it. And now Emily, who just made that fantastic 9-ball shot, probably has quite a bit of confidence going right now. Steps up to this 5 ball. She'd like to jack up, put a little bit of draw on it, make it in the side. And she might have used a little bit of right-hand English there, trying to hold that cue ball, and that caused her to miss the ball. Which is pretty common when you're trying to jack up and slow spin a ball in with a little bit of low outside. This looks like a draw shot. Draw back for the 7, yep. And that'll do. Now, Leah's going to have to cut the 7 in and go back and forth with the cue ball. Would love to land like right there. Or even that same line. Look at this, ho! Okay, just a little bit farther than she wanted, but still a very nice look at the 8. Now, depending on the angle, if she has an angle, she might be better off trying to cross over for the 9 in the same bottom left pocket next, but if she's somewhat straight, oh yeah, she was way straighter than I thought. Great shot there. So Leah with a pretty good look at the 9 here, but anytime you're real close to that side pocket like that, it can make bridging it a little funny. But Leah's been playing great. She played really strong yesterday and continuing to play very well. And that ties it up 3-3. Race to 2. All right, Jen to break, 3-3. Nice square break, but didn't make a ball. Didn't give up a shot at the 1 either, though. Dave, our referee here, looking to see if it's frozen. So Leah playing safe, bringing the cue ball down table. She might have an edge. Yeah, I think she does have the right edge. Oof. She thought she did too. Man, sometimes at that slow speed, the cue ball could drift off on you a little bit. Hey guys, I'm joined by Elise Valancourt, the daughter of Palmer Byrd, for this Palmer Byrd Cup here in the booth. How are we doing tonight, Elise?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So you're joining the action here 3-3. Testas Typhoons are on a tear, up 6-1 in this race to 7 format. So Hurricane Hurleys is in a tough spot here. Emily and Jen could really use a win.
Yeah, definitely gonna need a big grind to pull this out.
Yeah, it's not a spot you want to be in, but I was saying earlier, it's not terrible because you really don't feel too much pressure on you. You know, if your team's down 6-1, it's like, you know, you got to have realistic expectations, and
That's true.
Yeah, it's not so bad playing from here. Compared to it's like 5-5 and your heart's pounding and you're like, oh man, if I lose, everybody's gonna blame me, and that never is how people think, but that's how it always feels. So we have the other semifinals is going to be next weekend, and you'll be a part of that.
Yes.
And Joanne Mason Parker will also be here for that.
Yep, she'll be here on the 19th.
Yep.
And then I think she'll be in the commentary booth the following day, right?
Yeah, I think so. 19th is a Friday, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Friday and Saturday, I believe she's going to be here, and I believe she does plan to jump in the booth a little bit with us, so that should be fun. Have a great woman pro player's perspective. It's always nice. So that was a great safety shot there. I don't see much of a kick here. She might be able to get around the 3 and go right at the 2, but it looks pretty tough. Yeah, that's what she tried. Yeah, that was a great try. It was that was super tough. So now Jen and Crystal step up with ball in hand. I'm sorry, Jen and Emily step up with ball in hand. And I think Emily's telling her, why don't you play safe behind the 5, shoot the 2 to the rail, follow up the cue ball behind the 5, and maybe a 3 foul opportunity. Yeah, or use the 6 ball.
That worked out.
Yeah, that'll work.
Definitely a more conservative play. I think she could have gotten over to the 3 if she needed to, but...
Yeah, it looks like Leah's going to have a pretty decent kick. Oops. Wrong button. Wrong button, yeah. Sorry, guys, wrong button. Meant to delete the line. I hit the replay button. So back to live action here. Looks like I don't think the 2 goes clean, so she might have to play the 2-6 combo on the side. Oh, ball in hand. Okay, so I don't know if they're on 1 or 2.
Looks like she's going for the 3 foul.
Yeah, I think they're on, what, 2? They missed the one. Yeah, I think they're on 2. And
so too. I always forget about the 3 foul for some reason. I just haven't gotten in the habit of looking for those.
That was a great opportunity too, and she just overhit it. And now Leah and Crystal look like they're going to be able to escape here. Just don't want to do anything funny, anything goofy here, nothing dangerous. And gave up a look at the 2, but no longer on 2 fouls, so they can breathe a little easier now. So Jen could pocket the 2 on the side and use the rail to come out. She didn't want to hit that 5.
She wanted to come out a little bit farther than that.
Yeah.
Seems like Emily's a very defensive player.
Yeah.
Smart player. She probably...
Ooh, that was a great attempt. Just missed it. And now Leah's stepping to the table. And...
Definitely have the chance to run this out from here.
Yeah, she can't take the 3 for granted here. It looks like it might be frozen to the rail or really close. Yeah. So, long and straight on the 5 here. This is not an easy shot. And even if Crystal makes it, it's going to be hard to have a good look at the 6 next. Especially if the cue ball just rolls straight forward a little bit. Yeah, so she tried to power up and get that cue ball out of there to provide a shot on the 6. And I think that caused her to miss it. But didn't give up anything too sweet here. The 5-8 combo might be on, but it's not easy. The 8 ball's on one side of the pocket. It's not dead center. And
oh, wow.
Didn't even use the 8. Great shot there. And Emily's going to have a good look at the 6. She might go into the 7 and try to leave it for the corner. Yep.
Nice shot. The
Now,
overhead view can be so deceiving at times for how much room is left.
Yeah, these camera angles can definitely be deceiving. Like from here, I don't think the 7 goes. That she has to play the combo, but it probably did go. And she did hit the 8 going in. Now, Leah could bank the 7 ball to the bottom left corner. It lays pretty good, and if she makes it, her partner would have a good look at the 8. Okay, she wisely played safe.
Yeah, I think that was the shot there.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was the move. There's no risk into it besides like scratching in the top left corner. Other than that, I mean, you know what you're going to get out of it. Oh, wow. That was
unlucky roll there.
Yeah, that was a pretty unlucky double kiss. Anything but the double kiss there, and she probably ends up okay. Yeah, that was pretty unfortunate.
This could be touchy to get to the 8 ball, though.
Yeah, she's definitely going to have to come up table a little bit, you know, like by the spot type of area. She doesn't want to overhit it. Okay, that'll do, but now the natural line goes towards the 9. So Leah's going to have to be a little careful here. Yeah, so that's not an ideal leaf, but it is a pretty good look at the top left or top right.
I think she's a favorite to make this based on how I've seen her been shooting today.
Yeah, everybody today's been hitting the ball pretty good so far.
Yeah, I've definitely been impressed with what I've watched today so far. I only got to see pieces from yesterday, but...
Great shot there, right in the hole.
Nice.
And that's to take a 4-3 lead. So great shot there, and that's to reach the hill. Okay, that's for the double hill. Leah Corrigan and Crystal Heath are leading 4-3 for Testas Typhoons, who's on the hill, leading 6-1. I believe there might be a short bathroom break going on. We'll be right back with you. All right, here we go. Opening break. not opening, but, you know, the break. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Cue ball finds a drink. So, Emily and Jen, ball in hand. Here we go. They got a great opportunity. All the balls are open. Nothing's tied up. The 1 and 2 and 3 are all pretty good starting balls. Once you get to about the 6th ball, you've got a great chance of running out.
Got a little straight on the 2.
Yeah, a little straight here. I like her to use just a little bit of follow and get out of that corner just a little bit. Yeah, just like that. And I think Emily will handle this back cut. And with the 7 being in the corner, you don't have to worry about the scratch. It protects you a little bit from the scratch. Yep, just like that.
That's exactly what she did. That was nice.
Ooh, got a pretty good bump there, too. A little thin here, but I think Jen could handle it. It's tough, and she's actually, now that I look, she's jacked up over the 9, which makes this a lot harder. Oh,
Ooh.
Great attempt, but being jacked up over the 9, I think, is what got her there.
Is this an all-ball foul, like stroking through, similar to bar box? Or
I believe it is. They did just have a player bump a ball, and it was opponent's option.
But it wasn't a foul.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a foul, but I can't remember if it was pre-shot or post-shot. You know, like in the middle of a shot, which can make a big difference in that ruling.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is in the act of shooting. It's all ball, but. Now look at this. So Leah and Crystal are trying to run out here and seal the deal for Testas Typhoons to go to the finals of the 2024 Palmer Byrd Cup. But they still have some work to do. You could back cut this 8 in the side. You can't really play it in the bottom left corner because it looks like there's a scratch in play in the side. I don't know if you could bank it to the bottom right because of where the 9 ball lays. I think the best shot is back cutting it on the side and trying to bring your cue ball 2 rails out and around for the 9 ball in the bottom left. And look at this safety.
Oh, that was nice.
Well executed. Yeah, so you really don't want, if you play that safe, you don't want to give up the bottom rail to where they can maybe make it rail first. And I don't think she did. I think they're going to be forced to go this way.
First diamond,
yeah. So she couldn't have done any better on that. So, big spot here. Tough kick to get away with it. The match is on the line.
Ooh,
and she
wow.
kicks it in.
What a shot.
Let's take another look at that one. Nice kick in the bottom left corner.
It's a tough cut here, though.
Yeah, Jen's going to have a real thin cut at the 9 in the bottom left corner, I believe. Oh, now is she going to get away with it?
Definitely makeable.
It's definitely makeable, but I've seen these hang a bunch of times too. You hit it just a little fat, and they hang. So this, if she makes it, this is for the win to advance to the finals for Testas Typhoons. And she gets it done. And Leah Corrigan and Crystal Heath take that match down, and Testas Typhoons is going to advance to the finals of the 2024 Palmer Byrd Cup. The next semifinals will be next weekend. Elise, good luck.
Thank you. Congrats, and hope to see them in the finals.
Yeah.
Hope that we advance as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be...
I think this is the most, the biggest... I'd say almost shutout that we've seen in the Palmer Byrd Cup.
I think you're right.
Congrats to the Typhoons here.
Yeah, big congrats. Elise, thank you very much for joining me in the booth.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Catch us next weekend for the second set of the semifinals. It's going to be Saturday, Sunday at Rax Billiards starting at 3 p.m. Joanne Mason Parker is going to be in the house Friday night and Saturday, so definitely come down and check that out. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys next time.